Hello everybody, this is another episode of Guanajuato Neighborhood Guided Tours, and today is gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna show you the very famous Mercado Hidalgo. So this market was designed by Ernesto Brunel. You actually have a little plaque right outside that explains when this was inaugurated, I guess. So that was in 1910, and that's the 100-year anniversary of the independence of Mexico. And if you are into history, that's when Porfirio Diaz was ruling Mexico, and he was super obsessed with France. So this building is heavily influenced by European architecture, but more so to French architecture. So I'm gonna show you inside how this looks like. And other markets around Mexico now are more like focused, I guess, or targeted to tourism, but this one is very special because as locals we still shop here. This is a place where you can buy very specific things, obviously, like trinkets and like things for like souvenirs, but also like as locals we do come here to eat and to shop. So for example, you have like this place where you can find some like cream and cheese, things like that. And also we have tortas, carnitas, chocomiles. That's a very funny word because you have those machines and they do like milkshake kind of thing. But as Mexicans, we grew up having milkshakes, and we say chocomil because that was the brand. It was like a chocolate drink, but we still use it for everything. So if you see, there's like a butcher, and like local people come here and buy. There's this stand on this side that I just love because it's full of different types of chiles, and it looks very, very pretty. I don't know if they're gonna be open right now or they are closed, but if you see, there's like they're selling chicken and there's a line. Oh, this is it. This is the one with all the different types of chiles. This is really pretty. So like I was mentioning, like this market is not just for tourists, it's also for locals, and that's very special. And well, now going back a little bit to the architecture features of this building, the structure was actually brought from Europe. So there was a rumor saying that this was actually purposed to be a train station because it looked a lot, or like it kind of, because of the shape of the ceiling and like this staircase, very pretty, and the metal features of the building, that this was supposed to portray or like to look like a train station. Like if you have been maybe to Europe, to Gare du Nord or like something like that, there's a little bit of like you can see the similarities, no? Like the entrance, and maybe that's where the train supposedly went, and that's why there's like that rumor, but it is really not. That's not the case. But like I was mentioning, all the metal structure came from France, I mean from Europe. So it is heavily influenced by European architecture. But this is a very like beautiful building, like from the historical point of view. It's also, like I was mentioning, no, like during the time of Porfirio Diaz, and he was very, very obsessed with France. So you can see a little bit of the similarities. And maybe what he was trying to accomplish. But now I'm gonna go outside to the Mercado de Gavira, I don't remember like if it has one A or not, but it's right next to this, and it also has, like, especially they sell a lot of, there's a lot of like food vendors. Here they have like birria, barbacoa, all these are little like food stands, and like I was mentioning, there's also like some souvenirs. It's not like best quality, but something that is very popular are like the hats and also the clothes. Like there's some I wanna say, oh, I forgot the name, how you say it, but the embroidered, I guess. So all those beautiful colors. This is a very popular place to come and buy like Mexican, like more traditional looking clothes. So now I went like through the side, and that's where we started our video. So I'm gonna go towards like Centro. This building right here is the School of Architecture and Engineering of the University of Guanajuato, and this is a very important spot, no? The university has a lot of faculties around the city, so that's really nice. We have mentioned before, Guanajuato is full of students, so Centro is a very, very popular spot for them to rent. And sadly, the conditions of many of these houses are not the best. Landlords take advantage of their situation because there's a lot of like low income students here. Like they come from like pueblitos or little ranchos, and they struggle a lot to study, so they have to rent really, really cheap, and many landlords take advantage of that. So that's a bit sad. But like in the real estate market, they have been very, very affected by Airbnbs because there's very few places to rent for them. And this is Jardín Reforma. Like all this is the school. If we were to walk up that way, we will end up in Calle Depositos, and we will see the street in another tour. But I just wanted to show you how pretty this park is. And I'm not gonna go up that alley, that callejon, but I'm gonna show you because that connects to another placita that we can access also through the main street. So I'm gonna go back to the main street. And all these buildings, like if we talk about the real estate, all these buildings are commercial spaces, pretty much like cafes and restaurants, some bars. There's like a hotel right there. We actually have that hotel in our website, so if you are interested in running like a small hotel, that this is the location of it. But pretty much it's more like commercial, not a lot of residential here. This is one of the busiest streets of the city, so that's why pretty much everything you're gonna find here is gonna be commercial spaces. there's a lot of like shoe stores and clothing stores. And I'm gonna go through here to show you the little plaza that I was talking about before. This plaza is very important in a way. Well, to start with, you might recognize one of the buildings because everybody likes to take pictures in front of that house. It's a very cute spot for like Instagram pictures. But this plaza has also a different meaning. If you see here, there's this like structure, like as a theater kind of, and this is because this plaza is very related to the origins of Cervantino. And actually you have here some of like placas talking about like the history of Cervantino. This was the Entremeses Cervantino, and there's a statue of one of the main or the founders of Cervantino. If you don't know what is Cervantino, it's an amazing festival dedicated to art, and it started with plays of Cervantes, Quixote being the most famous one. And this is a main spot where this started, and the statue I was mentioning was Enrique Ruelas. He was the founder of the University Theater, and yeah, so pretty much it started with him. Okay, and that's Jardín Reforma, where I was before, and this is the building that I was mentioning that is super cute, and everybody comes here and takes pictures. Here there's houses. There's some houses, but like in many of these amazing properties, the families, the local families still live here, and it's gonna be very, very, very hard for them to sell these properties because it's just like such an amazing location. I think it's gonna be very, very unlikely that you would find any of these houses being sold anytime soon. But I mean, this is like an amazing part of the city, no? You are like right almost in centro. Also, like I have not seen rentals on this location, so that's gonna be also like a bummer for many of you. Okay, so coming back to the main street, and here we have a very important location regarding tourism and the history of Guanajuato, which is El Callejón del Beso. I'm gonna skip this for a little bit, but I'm gonna show you that plaza through another entrance, okay? But I wanna show you this little plaza here. Is called Plaza de Los Ángeles, and this plaza is very pretty, very popular. In one of my videos, I'm gonna link it, but we walked through that street, which is Calixto, and we saw, like I already showed you, what it looks like on the back of Callejón del Beso in Plaza de Los Ángeles. And this callejón is the one that is going to lead us to Callejón del Beso. And everything here, these were houses before, but now they are just gift shops and souvenir stores. So nothing here is available for rent. I think a while ago there was a property around the corner for sale. I think it was that one or like one on that end, but I haven't seen it posted in a while, so I guess it already sold. And here is the famous Callejón del Beso.
Callejón del Beso aquí es.
Hey, gracias.
Aquí los esperamos.
And that's pretty much how this looks like. Again, it's all commercial. Talking about the history of Callejón del Beso is pretty much the same story as Romeo and Juliet. It's pretty much like the Mexican version of Romeo and Juliet, and like a girl and a boy, and they were neighbors, and then the dad of the girl was not, he didn't agree that she would fall in love with the boy, and then in a tragic way they were killed, but they had a kiss through the balconies. So that's the story of Callejón del Beso. And here we are again back to the main street. And as you can see, is pretty much everything is just commercial. Whatever you see here for rent is pretty much commercial spaces. Is not like proper houses. So that's what you will find here. And this is the plaza that I also mentioned. So this plaza is Plaza San Fernando, and is connected to the other plaza I showed you, where Cervantino had its origins, and then also connected to Parque Reforma, so Jardín Reforma, I mean. And this is one of my favorite plazas. It's just, I don't know, so nice. Has a lot of restaurants, cafes, bars. The fountain is always on, which I love because it's just a very nice feature. And this plaza is used a lot for Cervantino events. This is where you will find many of the free events. You just have to make the line or come take a seat and wait for the show to start. And here, a while ago on that side, there were some housing for students. I mean, like a house for rent. I don't know if that's the case, because I'm talking about maybe like 10 years ago. I don't know if that's still happening or it's just Airbnbs or something like that. And I think there's one of these buildings in the plaza that is being I saw for sale, but the price is a high price because it's being sold as a commercial space. I mean, you could buy it and turn it into a house, but it's gonna be very expensive. And I'm gonna like go back to the one of the streets that I showed you when we did the little tour of Guanajuato Centro, like the residential area, which is this Alonso. I'm gonna link the video to our website, I mean to this video, so that you can see it if you haven't. But this is Alonso, and this is the street that goes behind Teatro Juárez. And in our video I show you Calixto. So this is what I wanted you to see today. I hope this helps you more to discover Guanajuato and to figure out how the city is, like how it works, and how this could affect real estate in the city. It's a very complicated market, but if you come to Guanajuato, I'm sure you're gonna love it. So feel free to send us messages. We will be super happy to see them, and we are very, very happy when we get those messages. So this is it, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.